That's quite a way to get started. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Richmond. Everybody who made it out here this morning in person and online, we are so happy to have you here with us. It's going to be an awesome service. I just wanted to have everybody get comfortable, lean back in your chair for a moment, shut your eyes, and just take a long, nice, deep breath. And one more. Thank you, Divine Spirit. Thank you, Guiding Energy. Thank you for bringing everyone here today. As I was driving here this morning, I realized that every single person brings a different flavor, a different talent, a different energy. And what that does is it creates this wonderful recipe of love and care, community, compassion, and grace. And I am so thankful, and we are so thankful and so grateful for this divine energy that's in each and every one of us, surrounding each and every one of us, and allowing us to share that with everyone around us. For all your many blessings, and so it is. Amen. All right, so we're going to start with our unity principle, if y'all will say it with me. There is only one presence and one power active in my life, in the universe, and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Sorry, got to turn around. And then we're going to do our next truth statement and vision statement. We are transformed lives, transforming the world. All right, and then I'm going to do our daily word, which is the word discover. As I discover, I learn and grow. My life is a journey of discovery. Over the years, I may have traveled to other lands, discovering new cultures and landscapes. Through my explorations, I have learned all kinds of things and grown in all kinds of ways. My spiritual life has been a journey of discovery as well. Through my spiritual practice, I have deepened in my understanding of God and myself as a spiritual being. I've discovered new landscapes within myself as I've communed with God in prayer and have changed my life through the power of my thinking. As long as I live, I will find more to discover. Questioning, learning, and growing help me discover the wonders within and all around me. And our verse is, "Call to me, and I will discover you, and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known." Jeremiah 33:3. And now we're going to do opportunities. Oh, I'm so sorry. We've got to say our little statement together. We're going to do it 3 times. Once. As I discover, I learn and grow. As I discover, I learn and grow. As I discover, I learn and grow. All right, and now we have some opportunities. Well, today we have some very special folks with us. We have Armand and Angelina. They're going to have a Native American flute class, and they're going to have, this is going to be right after the luncheon today. They will have flutes available for the class and to purchase, and a $20 love offering is suggested for the class. It says, "Are you ready to play the Native American flute? For centuries, people have been mesmerized by the hypnotic sounds of these gentle, easy-to-play flutes. Whether you have a musical background or have always wanted to play a musical instrument. This play shop is for all of us. Please join us for a fun, magical day of music. Okay? And so we'll see that. And next, ooh, okay, spooky, spooky stuff. No, well, maybe not so spooky, except for if I'm singing, then it might be truly scary, gotta tell you. We're gonna have karaoke night, and it's gonna be Halloween evening, October 31st, for a time of music and fun. Whether you can sing or not, you'll have a blast at this fellowship opportunity, and we can't wait to hear what you perform. Oh, well, okay. Yes, thank you very much. I'm not even going to ask what costume you're going to wear, but I'm sure you will be amazing in it no matter what. And it's going to be at 7 p.m. in our celebration room downstairs. Boy, this thing should come with instructions. Okay, so now we also have coming up on November 1st, there's going to be a gala, Design with Inspiration Gala. And I'm going to pass this out, excuse me. We have to, as a sign-up sheet, and we have actually some examples of what we're going to be doing. And Barbara Hess and her friend Janine will be doing a guided meditation followed by a wire sculpture craft. And it's going to be $25, 2 to 4 p.m., 2 to 4:30 p.m., limit 15. And that should be a lot of fun. Ooh, I think we all are going to need this right now. This is a Zoom-only class, The Art and Practice of Mastering Conflict. Whew, do we know anything about that right now? Okay, and it's going to be offered starting November 12th. It's going to be based on the book The Soul's Conspiracy by Gary Simmons, THD. There's going to be a sign-up sheet in the gathering spot. And it's going to we're going to practice how to use life situations which would be commonly treat as enemies and turn them into blessings. We will also learn how to understand conflict and cultivate non-resistance. And it's going to be starting November 1st, 12th, 19th, 26th, and December 3rd. And the book is going to be available in the Unity Bookstore for $14.95. Okay, let's see. All right. And then we're going to be having a town hall on Sunday, November 16th at 12:30. It's going to be a light potluck luncheon. You're welcome to bring a dish, side item, or dessert. And I know that there's some amazing cooks or either grocery shoppers here and so, whichever way you want to go with it, please, feel free to bring something to nosh on after the service and before the meeting. And we also have one other little announcement. Daylight savings time ends next weekend. Do not forget to set your clocks back. Because actually, I will tell you that I did that one time, and we forgot all about it, and we showed up, and we were like, why isn't there anybody here? So, good warning for everyone. And now we're going to have music and our message by Armand and Angelina.
Good morning. We're delighted to be back with you. We have the pleasure today, an extra special pleasure that we haven't had probably in at least 15, maybe 20 years, to be at a church on Sunday as the guest speakers and music right after the Ignite Your Light conference happened at the church. So if you feel extra energy in here, it's because we just had a wonderful weekend, learning, growing, laughing, enjoying ourselves. Lisa Marks, thank you so much for bringing that in, because we're all going to get to experience for maybe forever in the building. It's the building. Ignite Your Light is in the house. So that's awesome. So we're going to do a simple joy song to kind of get us started. And I like to say this is a song that sums up all the books on the Course in Miracles and the Law of Attraction. Love is a boomerang.
Love is a boomerang.
Everybody sing with me.
Love is a boomerang.
Give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang.
Hear the words that are going to set you free.
Love is a boomerang.
Give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang.
Give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang. Love is a boomerang.
Give it away and it comes right back. Give it, listen everybody, to what's burning in my soul. Here's something you can use, gonna make you healthy, safe and whole. You can read it in the Bible, it's in the golden rule. You don't need to go to the land down under to find this magic tool, because
Love is a boomerang.
so is money, so is kindness.
Love is a boomerang.
Ha. Give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
So is anger, so is judgment.
Love is a boomerang.
Give it away, it's gonna come right back. When you wake up in the morning, try a different attitude. While you're drinking coffee, fill yourself with gratitude. Try loving everything you see. It'll change the way you live. There ain't no way to outgive God, I guarantee you this, because
Love is a boomerang.
so is money, so is kindness.
Love is a boomerang.
Ha. Give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
So is anger, so is judgment.
Love is a boomerang.
If you give it away, it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
I feel an old-fashioned revival coming down.
Love is a boomerang.
Give it away and it comes right back.
Love is a boomerang.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Woo!
Love is a boomerang.
Help me, Jesus. Woo!
Love is a boomerang.
So is money, so is kindness.
Love is a boomerang.
Ha. Give it away and it's gonna come right back.
Love is a boomerang.
So is anger, so is judgment.
Love is a boomerang.
Give it away, it's gonna come right back. Give it away, it's gonna come right back. Can't give it away, cause it comes right back.
All right. Well, we are very, very happy to be here this morning. And our talk today is titled, I Now Pronounce You Not Guilty. And we are going to be talking about our innocence, our lovability, and our worthiness.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sometimes teachers that teach a lot about this stuff, it's because they've dealt with so much of this stuff. We teach what we need to learn, and that's certainly my lesson in this lifetime. I grew up, Angelina and I, we talked a little bit about this yesterday. We both grew up in the Catholic religion. We're 3/4 Catholic. And I tried a lot of other different things. I was a Pentecostal for many, many years. I loved the idea that in the Pentecostal church, spirituality was a 24/7 thing. It wasn't just on Sundays, and that really resonated with me and drew me in. And at some point, I no longer resonated with some of the teachings. And then when I finally found Unity in 1984, they also believed that spirituality was a 24/7 thing, every part of your life, and that's why they call it practical Christianity. It's such a practical thing to use. And then that was it. I haven't found my next. I'm open to my next step, but so far it's just been New Thought ever since. And so one of the things that I loved about it was a lot of the enthusiasm that we had in the Pentecostal religion, and I found a lot of enthusiasm in Unity as well. I thought that maybe I would be a little bit of a evangelical New Thought, I don't know, kind of preacher. Brothers and sisters of the congregation, we are here to raise consciousness. For we know there's only two emotions in the world, the all-encompassing, ever-loving power of love, and its apparent opposite, fear. When you're in a state of love, it's a heavenly experience. But when you're in a state of hell, a state of fear, it's like being in hell. Now, here's some good news. Unity does not believe in a place called hell. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Because some of y'all would have been going for show. But there is a virtual hell, and it is the hell of fear-based thinking. And it's a fiery pit. By the way, you will never hear fiery pit on this stage ever again, probably. Who's been in the fiery pit of fear-based thinking? Woo. Angelina and I came here from Orlando, Florida, with one purpose, and one purpose only, and that is to love the hell out of you. All right, so I don't know about you, but in my early churches, I heard something that always made me feel bad. Anybody ever hear anything in their earlier churches that made them feel bad? And that was, you were born in original sin. Talk about demonizing the sexual act. That was a powerful version of that. Never did that feel right to me. How could I be born in original sin? Beautiful, innocent child. Just didn't make sense. So a lot of the ideas that they had about angry, emotional God just didn't work for me as the unity principles did. I heard something a while back that said something beautifully, and that is, we were created in the image of God. However, humanity decided to create a God in the image of their worst selves. And that is a lot of the God that many people pray to, is one that they created in an image of themselves, as versus loving themselves so much in the image of an all-omnipotent God. So that idea, then I get into unity. I show up at unity, and they say all kind of things that confused me. They said, Mother, Father, God. I remember the first time I heard that, I went, and then I went, duh. It just made sense. I had never heard that, the feminine aspect and the masculine aspect all being part of God. So all of a sudden, it felt really good to me. Then I remember somebody seeing me one day and say, I behold the Christ in you. And I thought they must have been talking about somebody else. I looked behind me, they were talking about me. I had never heard that. I've always heard that God and Jesus was out here, and that the Christ was only in Jesus. And then I get into unity and find out it's a Christ consciousness, and that wasn't his last name. I really thought that was his last name. You know, Buddha's name was not Buddha. Jesus' name was not Jesus or Christ. He was a Christ, you know. And so they didn't tell me any of that stuff. They didn't want me to learn this. So they tried to keep me away from you. My early church told me if I even went to another even Christian denomination church, I was going to hell. Anybody ever hear that? Let me tell you, the marketing person that did that was brilliant. Can you imagine you open a store, buy from us or you're going to hell? That might work in a store. Anyway, so that didn't work for me that well. So then I hear in unity also, you were born as an original blessing. And that felt different. I was not born as an original sin or in original sin. I was born as an original blessing. And everything to me, my life's work since then, has been reminding myself when neurotic voices try to come up either from the outside or even worse from the inside to tell me that there's something wrong with me and all that stuff, I'm reminded I was born as an original blessing and use unity principles and tools and books and teachers to remind me of the truth of who I am. Regardless, and that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today, is we are an original blessing. We are innocent.
I think one of the first times we heard that was from a minister of was it a Baptist church?
It might have been a Baptist church. See, that we're all there.
So
when I got into unity in '84, we were like cool and different from everyone else. And now a lot of these principles are mainstream. Yeah.
It's kind of cool, huh?
It is kind of cool.
Yes.
Thank you, Oprah. She helped.
Yes, yes. Well, we're talking about our innocence and our lovability, and so we study someone by the name of Dr. Greg Bear, and he wrote the book series Real Love, and we love that work because it talks about, you know, we don't want to take our anger out on others. A lot of times it's just because we have behaviors because we're not feeling lovable. And so we have found these behaviors that are either for us getting or protecting. And so I'm going to read the behaviors. For some reason, I can never remember them. Lying, attacking, clinging, running, and acting like a victim. I know I've done some of those behaviors, yes. So we want to find out why we're in those behaviors, be aware we're in behaviors, and why we would be in behaviors.
And the behaviors are just because we're not feeling filled up, we're not feeling lovable. And so we look for some imitation love out there, praise or things like that, or to win an argument, or to have control over someone else because we feel out of control in ourselves because we don't feel lovable and filled up. You know, we rarely ever talk about our limitations in New Thought, but we're going to talk about a limitation today, a big limitation. No matter how hard you try, no matter how many books you read, no matter who you talk to, no matter how many seminars you go to, it is absolutely impossible for you to ever be unlovable. Who's tried? Okay, you can't be unlovable. That is the most important thing, I think, for children to learn from the beginning. We tend to teach our kids, you're lovable and everything's good boy, good girl, as long as you're not inconveniencing us, as long as you're not inconveniencing the teacher or the parents or the
or
priest.
Maybe embarrassing the parents.
Or embarrassing the parents. You had to bring that up. Okay, I did that a lot, embarrassed my parents. They were all entertainers and musicians, so it was easier for me than
mine.
Yeah, that's true. So we get these ideas that somehow we're unlovable, and then we see mirrors of that. And Greg Barrett talks about how important it is that we never mirror to somebody unlovability. Okay, that we only mirror unconditional love, that we only mirror innocence and beauty and all those things. And so he says when we're talking to people, it's super, super important to be aware that you're dealing with an innocent inner child as well. And how would you share that with them? And how would you let them remind them they are perfect and whole and beautiful and lovable and innocent? And that's kind of a bit of our job. And he talks about when you get empty or you're having challenges, don't take those challenges out on people. We're gonna use a little example a little bit later on. But we've heard it a million times. Everything is either love or a cry for love. You know, it's like we have to see the innocence. That doesn't mean you don't protect yourself and set good boundaries. We all know that people that are struggling, people that are feeling very desperate, can also pull you down, hurt you. And so healthy boundaries are very, very important, while at the same time seeing the innocence and the beauty of the person you are setting a boundary from. I remember a wonderful quote from Tupac. I want you to enjoy your meal, just no longer at my table. Mm-hmm. That's a loving way to say, I've got healthy boundaries, yet I still love you and want you to have a fabulous life. And we can do that. They can both be together, see the child of God. One time, Angelina and I had a friend for many years that wasn't working for either of us really, but mainly her. And she needed to set some boundaries. And I said something to her one day. I says, yes, Angelina, but you know, this person is such a beautiful child of God and has so many fabulous qualities and has been wonderful to us in many, many ways, many, many times. And you know that, right? And what'd she say?
But the behavior is still the same.
Exactly. You can see the Christ in somebody and still need to set boundaries because of behavior that doesn't work for you, deal breaker stuff that doesn't work for you. So,
right. And it's kind of funny when you're in your behavior, you're like wanting, love, and yet when you're in these behaviors, you're actually pushing people away from you. It's kind of funny when you're in behaviors how that is, If you want love, you should try to be open and let it in, and yet you're feeling you need to protect yourself, or you're trying to get something, and actually lying, attacking, acting like the victim is actually pushing people away from you.
So one example that I like to use is imagine that somebody does something to you that really, really bugs you terribly. They just say something awful. You can take a breath and say, I'm going to do what I can in this moment not to react. So you can respond. One great thing to say if somebody does something that either vocally or physically hurts you in some way is to go right into your natural first childlike behavior. Ouch! Ouch doesn't say you're a jerk. It just says, ouch, that hurt. You know, if I say something to Angelina that I think is appropriate and she says, ouch, I go, oh, ouch, why did that hurt? Well, because when you said that, I thought it meant blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, that's not what I meant at all. You see, you get into a little bit of a dialogue. Ouch versus, hey, jerk. You know, that's a whole different energy. That is reacting back, and it's not going to help the thing. It's not going to help the person, especially if they are acting out, feel more lovable when you beat them up for their acting out.
Right.
So, yeah, you got one.
Well, I was thinking like Michael Singer says to lean back, like when you're in a situation or whatever, you want to lean back and kind of be the observer, you know, let spirit in or just observe what's going on. And I really like that because what it actually does, if you're in a situation where you're feeling heated and all, if you physically lean back, it kind of stops you in the moment of what that is. And so I just like that tool.
It's kind of like removing yourself from your neurotic pain body that wants to attack a little bit. So, okay, I know I'm these egos and pain bodies and all that kind of stuff, they're okay to be in the back seat. You just don't want to let them take the wheel. And that helps you get back control of the wheel. Don't want to do that. And you can do a lot of different things to let that challenge go or that emotion go or that anger go without taking it out on somebody and continuing the cycle of unlovability that we're all trying to get out of, and we certainly don't want to put more of it in the world. So,
and so I have a tool
Use a
that
tool.
I use. So when I get triggered, and you know, Armand and I are in a situation, I get triggered, I can either start to attack and say things that are not kind and loving. We call her Medusa. That's my name for that personality. And so if I can, before I get to that, I can leave the room. I found this through like menopause stuff because sometimes I don't even know what that feeling or that expression is going to be. And so I have to leave the room so I can figure it out. So we're having a heated discussion and I say, I have to leave the room for a minute. I'm not abandoning the situation or what's going on, but if I don't leave right now, I'm going to blow up. And so I go outside, I sit in my chair, and I breathe, and I just figure out what triggered me and why am I feeling this. And I never go back inside until I know what it is. Is it just me? Is it menopausal stuff that's going on? Or is it something that needs to be talked about so it doesn't happen again? And so I come inside, and 90-something% of the time, it's just me. And so we don't have to.
90-something% of the time, I figure out that there was a more mindful way to say what I said while she's out there. He calls that the argument thing happening. He calls that the field of death where everyone dies, versus the pulling back, going in a different spot. You know, the whole eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth left everybody toothless and blind. You know, so that's getting back. That's like in a way. That is really, I would say, a version of turn the other cheek. You're turning this cheek and you're walking out the door. So turn the other cheek. So yeah, that's really, really powerful. So here's an example. And have you ever had something that you told a lot and you weren't sure if you heard it from someone, made it up, or whatever? I don't know exactly where this came from. I thought I made it up. Angelina said, well, I don't think you did. So we're just going to know that we're all plagiarists of spirit on some level. So imagine that you're teaching your teenager some basic driving skills, and you just want to get them comfortable a little bit with how the car goes back and forth. So you have a nice long driveway, and you just want to use the driveway. We're not going to go out before your driving test and go out on a road or anything like that. But I'm going to give you an example of starting the car and feel it. You put it in reverse. You ease down the driveway, and you have your foot on the gas. I mean, on the brake, yeah, on the brake. And then when you get to there, you hit the brake, put it into drive, move back to the front. Just get a little feeling of how that works. And one day they decide to do it without you, which you're not supposed to. You told them not to. And they back out of the garage before they pulled the garage door open. And you hear an unbelievably big sound that sounds a little bit like Armageddon. And you open the door to see what happens, and you see the child with their face on the steering wheel weeping. Now, what Greg Bear says is chances are in that moment, you're not feeling your best self. You're filled up, one with the universe, I love all. And so he says, what you might want to do is make sure the kid's safe. Just say, look, I know what happened. I know you didn't do it on purpose. I want you to know this right this second. The way I loved you before you did this, the way I love you now, and the way I will love you forever cannot change by an event or a happening, okay? Just know that. I'm freaking out a little bit right now, and I just need to call somebody, and then we'll talk about this. Go do whatever you need to do. I'll take care of the car, blah, blah, blah. And then you call your friend and you say, I want to kill my child. Now, obviously you don't mean that, but to some extent, that's what the pain body is dealing with. And the pain body is like when you have an upset stomach and you're like, oh, I don't want to throw up, I don't want to throw up, I don't want to throw up. And then when you do, you feel better. The pain body is like that a little bit. Let the pain body express itself, but not towards the person that already did something where they're going to feel bad. Not towards, you find somebody neutral. And your friend says, I get it. I get it. You heard the sound. You're worried about your kid. You're worried about the finances or whatever, fixing the garage door. That's where you are. But we all know that everything physical is replaceable and impermanent. And the real important thing is that your kid feels lovable, safe, not traumatized, so they can take their test and do whatever they do. And then when you get filled back up, you're in a position to go back and respond. You might say something like, so let's talk a little bit about this. We won't be doing that again. Your allowance for the next 10 years, going to be going towards it. Now that is a consequence. That is not an attack. That's a consequence. They've even proven that dogs and children, I don't think cats because they don't care about anything, but dogs and children respond to discipline.
Right.
And to
I think it makes them feel
boundaries.
safe.
And
Said,
they
right?
found out it makes them feel safe. They don't like it when their parents discipline them, but they actually feel safer if it's loving discipline. Boundaries, somehow they feel safe in the world, and animals too. A lot of times they like, oh, they're there for me. They're telling me don't eat that. That's not good for me. And so we can discipline. There can be consequences, but it doesn't have to be pushback. There's a difference, and that is so important about getting yourself filled up. And if you can see people in their highest light, it's easier to get to that point, but often not immediate. I think you might even have a story about.
In a pool?
I think so. That one.
Okay.
That it just feels
That's
like
a
it should
good one.
happen now.
So this is another Greg Bear story. He gives such good ideas of how this can be, stories. So you are sitting by a pool, and you're drinking an iced tea with your friends, and everything's really nice, beautiful day, and someone in the pool splashes water on you, and you're a little irritated by that, but you know, there are kids playing, and they're in a pool, and so you kind of just let it go, talking with your friends, and then now another bit of water comes, and now it's quite a bit more, and you're getting a little wet, and you're not really happy about it, but again, you just let it go. And then a minute goes by, and now you are like getting drenched with water, and you get really angry, and you turn around to yell at these kids for not playing so aggressively, and you realize it's someone drowning. Now, doesn't your energy totally change now? And now you're like, oh my God, this person needs help. Well, Greg Bear says that when someone is splashing water on you in behaviors, it's because they don't feel loved. And they feel like they're drowning in their life and all. So it's sometimes good to realize when someone is in a behavior and they're splashing a little water on you, to understand it's because they're calling out for love.
Calling out for love. And again, setting good boundaries so a drowning person doesn't pull you down under. It's that delicate balance of where can the boundary be and how do I keep my heart open. You can keep your heart open with boundaries. That's a challenging thing sometimes. So, before we go into our final song for the lesson, and then we'll go into our meditation time, I have a pet peeve, and that is when people use the pulpit for self-promotion. I'd like to read something from my book. It's called I Now Pronounce You Not Guilty. What a coincidence. So, the verdict, or here comes the judge. So here we are, a part of the tapestry of the universe, playing our parts perfectly and divinely. We have more than enough evidence to convince any jury of our innocence. There are very few limitations to our capabilities. There are, however, some absolute limitations. No matter how hard we try, it is impossible for us to be unlovable. So one great example of that for me was on the Oprah show. And that was when Oprah had a couple of gentlemen on, different families, but they had both been in jail for like 10 years, and they got out of jail and full pardons because of technology and DNA testing proving that they were absolutely innocent. So there are people out there who have devoted their life to freeing innocent people from being wrongly charged. And the men were on the show, and Oprah and Gail wanted to talk to them about, how do you let go of your anger for something that kept you in prison for 10 years? The men were just so happy to be exonerated that they had a very fabulous attitude. But one thing they both said that freaked Oprah, Gail, and pretty much everybody in the audience out was when they said both of them had confessed to the crime. And it was like, wait. You've confessed to this horrible crime of taking the life of a family member and you didn't do it? And they're like, explain. There was a lot of emotion and a lot of reasons behind that. You think that if their family members had been taken, that they might be traumatized in that moment? Do you think they would be re-traumatized when they're captured, arrested, and brought and put in jail for something they didn't do, another traumatization? They were like, oh my gosh, there was so much going on. Do you think that if they were interrogated and pressured over and over, you did it, why don't you just admit that you did it? Your sentence will be lowered. If you tell us now, let's just do it. All the evidence says you did it. Do you think that maybe that would create a combination of maybe some traumatic confusion about what's going on, even though they know in their heart the truth? And the men said something else that I found very powerful. Part of them confessed just to stop the voices. And when they said that, I started weeping. And she goes, what the heck? What's going on? I said, we've all got a miniature version of that. We've all got some kind of a version of confessing to something's wrong with us. We're the wrong height, we're the wrong weight, we're the wrong color, we're the wrong religion, we're the wrong orientation, we're the wrong gender identification, whatever. Some kind of a wrongness. And if you hear it long enough, especially when you're a kid, from people that you respect that are in positions of power, you can kind of surrender your own will to theirs. Okay, whatever. You want to tell me I'm a bad boy? I'm always in trouble. Whatever. Okay, I'm bad boy. You can change my birth certificate. Call me bad boy. Just to stop the voices. Which, by the way, if you are in an argument and you're not attached to being right, just say, okay, you're right. Great way to end. But not when somebody is saying stuff about your character, your guilt and trying to shame you and make you feel bad about something that you didn't do, or make you feel bad about something that you did by accident. I play a lot of tennis, and one of the tennis things that we say to our partners, you never have to apologize to me for a bad shot unless you did it on purpose. And people don't. They don't. So because there's a lot of sorries when you're playing doubles and you mess up your thing. We are so beautiful and so perfect, and even the things that we have done were the best we could at the time based upon where we were there. You said that, Richard. Everybody said that this weekend. You did the best you could. And so I really felt the energy behind confessing to a crime of not enoughness, confessing to a crime of I was born in original sin. So this is the song that was inspired by that Oprah show and what I felt inside of me in my own way of being imprisoned for most of my life by thoughts and shame and guilt. This is called Innocent. Young kid who served his prison time for a crime he did not do. He gave a false confession, and when they asked him why, he said, I did not know the truth. He was innocent. Thought about my own life, how I was like that kid when they told me I was bad. I offered my confession to what they said I did and lost a childhood I once had. I am innocent. I did nothing wrong. I've been serving time for this crime for way too long. I am not to blame for what I didn't do. There is nothing I need to prove. I am innocent. We are innocent. This is the time for justice. This time we're gonna get it right. We're finally hearing the whole truth. You know what I did? I fired all my juries and got the pardon I deserved. And now I'm freeing other inmates too. You are innocent. You did nothing wrong. You've been serving time for this crime for way too long. You are not to blame for what you didn't do. There is nothing you need to prove. We are innocent. We did nothing wrong. We've been serving time for this crime for far too long. We are not to blame for what we didn't do. There is nothing we need to prove. I am innocent.
You are so lovable.
You are innocent.
Who you are is so important.
We are innocent.
You deserve so much love.
There is nothing we need to prove. I am innocent.
You are worthy.
You are innocent.
You are perfect in every way.
We are innocent. I now pronounce us not guilty. So we take these words, these reminders of our innocence and our beauty. We release shame. We release guilt. We release all that no longer serves us. We deeply connect with our higher self that already knows all of that and is constantly there and aware to remind us of our magical beauty. Breathing in love, peace, innocence. Breathing out all that no longer serves us. Allow the music now to take you on your very own sacred journey in to the peace of God. You were born an original blessing. You are worthy, innocent, and divine. You are made in the image of an all-knowing, all-loving God. Thank you, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, for the constant reminder that I am innocent, for the reminder to love myself more than I love anyone else's opinion of me. I love myself above all. And I send this message out to anyone, any organization, any advertisement that would try to make me think that their opinion of me was more valuable than my opinion of myself at my core. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. Join us if you'd like. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself more than I love you loving me. I love myself, my love. I love myself, my love. And so it is.
Holy cow. Are they not absolutely amazing and wonderful? Can we give them
Go on. No, I mean it. Go on.
All right. So I am going to call our ushers forward, and then we're going to say our prosperity blessing. Oh, talk about a couple of gorgeous people, too. Woo! Yay. All right. Here we go. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give and receive. I am grateful.
Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace.
Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair,
Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Make me an instrument of your peace.
Oh, here come those gorgeous people again. All right. Together, we give thanks for the gifts that will support our mission of creating a spiritually awakened world. All right. And do we have any special little people here today? Oh, I see. Yay. Well, come on
We are
up.
walking in the light,
in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Hey, yay. Do you want to tell us what y'all did?
We made a lot of messes, per usual. Felipe loves a good mess. And we had 2 new people today in the back if they want to wave, which is really exciting. All right. And that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. So he can come to my place because I have whole lot of messes there too, so we'll get along great. All right, so I'd like to do some thank yous. Of course, Armand and Angelina. Yay. For an absolutely amazing service. I'd like to say thank you to our AV people back there, Natasha and Bernice. Woo! And, the big tall guy, thank you. He knows who he is. Let's see who else. Well, for everybody for being here, we do have a prayer chaplain here. Stephen is going to be up front, and Junius is going to be up front if you need anybody. I want to thank everybody who made the service possible. Probably there's stuff going on downstairs. We are having the luncheon. I think that's about it. And thank you, Lori. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Thank you, Lori.
All right. I'm sorry.
And
Well, I'm
food
sorry.
play shop,
I
that's
forgot.
right.
I did
You
say
did,
that.
yeah, you did mention it, but hey, if it's worth
Okay,
saying
yes,
once,
please.
it's worth saying again. 12:45.
Yes.
Don't have to know anything about music. I'll provide the flutes. Let's have fun.
Okay. So, actually, before we do the peace song, we're going to do our prayer of protection.
We're going to switch it up a tiny bit.
Oh,
We're going to sing the peace song, and then Reverend Valley said, can y'all please sing the prayer of protection afterwards? So we're going to do a little switch that we forgot to tell you about.
I will tell you that I have learned quite a lot from starting to do this. And one of the amazing lessons that I've been learning is you take a deep breath and you be very flexible. So let's go for it.
And I don't know about you, but we've heard that saying, the meek shall inherit the earth. I believe the flexible shall inherit the earth. So stand up and form whatever it is y'all form for the peace song, and we will sing it. It's already said to go. Thank you for being flexible. She's coming in. Peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Imagine now that our poet, James Dillett Freeman, got together with the Reverend James Brown to sing the prayer of protection. I think it would go like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. The light of God surrounds us. Woo! The love of God enfolds us. Ha! The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. The light of God surrounds us. Woo! The love of God enfolds us. You got it. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Good golly, wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Woo! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just like Walt Disney World, we have a souvenir shop located conveniently after the ride. Ha ha!